Cool, so welcome to the second episode of the Lockyer Room. Got the great Kyal Horsley here with me today. Welcome, Kyle.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for having me. Fan of the show.
Good to see you, mate. So can I start by saying, love the self-promotion, mate. Bit of self-promotion going all around the club. Don't know if you can see, but Horse has spent a bit of time putting up photos of himself all week. So yeah, that's all around the club. Have you got any further comments to this, mate? Must have taken a bit of time.
Yeah, it took a bit of time out of the day. Thank my boss Michael for letting me have a bit of time off so I could come in and paint the club rooms, Kyle.
Perfect. Thanks, Michael. Mate, I've got the Gold Coast hat on. I've got the badge. My full horse spirit this week. So first with the horse. So how you feeling heading into this week's game, mate?
Yeah, I feel alright. Yeah. Obviously, humbled and honoured to achieve 200 games for this club, but yeah, just feeling okay, mate.
Awesome, mate. I'm sure you go alright. You played 200 the best. So let's reflect on the journey thus far. So you grew up in Kyal boy.
Yeah, grew up in Kyal Horsley, mate.
When did you come down to Subi?
Come down in 07, summer of 07.
Yep.
Just for, I think I showed up Australia Day, so I missed most of the pre-season, so that was pretty clever. And,
yep.
And then, yeah, sort of thought I was going to get kicked out of the club straight away. I was a fair off the pace, and luckily Scotty persisted with me, and I was able to forge out a great career at this club.
So was there a rumour you didn't make one of the development squads or one of the Colts teams or something?
No, I didn't make any of the development squads. I played hockey when I was younger. So,
yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't start playing footy until I was 13, and then obviously didn't take it seriously until I was about 17. So.
Yeah, right, sorry, mate. I should get the mic there. So you've obviously come a long way since then, mate. You're Johnny Townsend's number one range player in the WAFL. Thanks, Johnny. You're 1 of 4. We've got 4 in the top 11. So can you name the other 4, mate?
No, it's cost me a bit of money though to stay at Johnny's number 1. I think the old he's asking for a bit more every year to get my name there. So I'll have to cut back on that. It'll be Lee Kitchen, Lachlan Delahunty, and Jordan Lockyer.
Oh, thanks, mate. Thanks, Johnny. Cool. We can knock that bit out. Cool. So your first couple of years at the club, mate. So you made your debut in what year was it? And who'd you play? Can you remember?
Yeah, 2007. Played East Freo, and I was pretty lucky actually. There was probably no chance of getting a game, and then the league team were extremely strong that year, and they happened to drop a game to Peel down there when Peel weren't as strong, and I remember Scotty just spat it with the boys and just made some changes, and I just happened to play a good game that week, so I got my opportunity that way.
Oh, lovely. All uphill from there. So you got drafted to the Gold Coast Suns not too long after?
Yeah, mate, pick 2.
Pick 2.
Yeah, got drafted to the Gold Coast in 2011, so yeah, 11 was the draft year, then 12 was my first year at Gold Coast, so it's obviously a huge thrill, really exciting, and disappointing when I was there. Didn't amount to a great deal, but got to play 14 AFL games, which is a dream of mine. So stoked to have the opportunity. Unreal,
mate. Good work. So since returning your 2-time average medals, captain 3 flags, you're a dominant force of the WAFL, year in year out. Mate, one of the famous stories I first heard coming to the club was it was when you came back in the 14 season. I think you came back to the sandbar, started rolling in with the finger guns. Boys had just won the wooden spoon. You were saying, boys, they've got us 80-1 flag odds. We're going to win now that I'm back. Can you, any further comments to this after this story?
I don't know if the flag wasn't mentioned, but yeah, I've just had a couple of beers and I was with the boys, and I said we would win it this year, and they all looked at me in dismay. And then after we played East Perth and they smashed us, I probably overestimated our ability, but fortunately enough, we did win it that year, and probably one East Perth let go that we didn't really probably deserve to win, but on the day we were the best team, so it's in the locker room.
Lovely, mate. So Della sent me his stats last week, so I've had to do a bit of research. So this year we've got 27.2 disposals, 4 marks and close to a goal a game, sitting close, a close second on the 1%ers out on the whiteboard. So good work there, mate. So I've got a couple of special guests who are going to ask the questions this week. So I'll fire over to old Uncle Toons.
Boys, man, how are you, bud? Congrats on the 200, big fella. It's a pretty big effort, and I reckon there wouldn't be too many who have played 200 better. What have we played? I probably played 1/3 of them with you. And for me, I was pretty lucky that I had someone smart enough to give me the footy and let me hit all the targets. So, which probably leads me on to my first question. After I left in 2017, were you happy after I left? Because then you could probably consider yourself the best kick at the club.
I still don't rate my kicking, so I'm quite happy with your kicking.
Congrats on the 200, big fella.
Classic. Good work, thanks, dude.
And the last question I've got, mates, I don't even know if this one's going to make the cut. Locks is running a pretty tight ship. It's more of a statement, this one, than an actual question, but would you say that I basically made you into the player you are today after you tagged me in the 2008 Grand Final? I do remember a few times when I did have the footy and doing my thing, and you were just like, that's how you do it. And thank you, Sensei, a couple of times when I did some clever things. And then the next year you started piling on some more stats, and within 2 years you got yourself drafted. So I'm not going to say that I got you drafted or I turned you into the player you are, but I did. Well done, mate. Good luck.
Right, thoughts there, mate?
Well, I think the proof's there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember calling him Sensei, but I think he tapped me up actually. I got moved to the wing and released, and then after that, I think we piled on the next 13 goals or something.
Oh,
I was able to remember that, but yeah, so
Thanks, dude.
yeah, cheers, guys.
Horseman, congratulations on the 200 games, brother. It's an unbelievable effort. It's been a fair 200. I know that you've worked extremely hard to get there, and you should be really proud of yourself. I'm sure it hasn't always been easy. There would have been some highs along the way and obviously some lows along the way, like probably being robbed of a few sandovers, which I know can really hurt. But I'd love to hear more about the highs. So what have been the highlights, the best moments along the way?
What was that? The highlights and best
Yeah, highlights on the way, mate. Best moments.
The best moments, obviously, the grand finals, but what I enjoy talking to most of the boys about are actually,
Besides yourself.
besides myself, is some of the sprays the boys have copped over the time. I find they're the most enjoyable. So I know they're talking about the generation coming up being a bit soft and not being able to take it, but I think if you take it away from them, they're gonna lose a lot of good memories and stuff you sort of talk about in the future. And they're the bonding moments. Obviously, the one footy trip I went on was one of the highs. It was great to get to know everyone, but you know, obviously the premierships, that's what you play for, and then just the camaraderie around teammates is, that's why you play at this level. That's why you drag yourself here after work and you push yourself to fatigue, and you probably become a bit selfish and rob your family and your partner of time you'd spend with them. But yeah, it's all worth it if you can win a few flags and have a good group of people there.
Well said, mate. I think the sledging question actually leads on to our next question from the first man. So have a listen.
Kyal! Guys, I'll keep this brief. We better let Horse get back to speaking about his favourite topic in the world, which is obviously Kyal Horsley. Mate, 200 games, unbelievable career. Probably not a bad game in that 200. We all know what a great player you are. The personal accolades obviously speak for themselves. But another great quality you have, mate, is the ability to lift the teammates around you and make them better players themselves. I certainly know the time we played together, you had that effect on me. But in saying that, mate, as good as you were at bringing players up, you were also very, very good at bringing them down. Whether it be opposition players, your own coaches, your teammates, umpires, some of the best sprays I've ever heard on the footy field have come from your mouth, my friend. So in saying that, can you enlighten us all on the best spray you've ever heard, given or received throughout your career?
I've got selective memory, so I don't remember any of the sprays I've given. I sort of blocked them straight out.
In and out.
Feel a bit too guilty after them, but
Yeah.
probably your one, the one the boys touched on.
Oh, the wow,
the wow is right up there. And then there was one which it wasn't even a spray. I think a word was said, but set the scene. I can't remember who we were playing, but I remember it being a must-win game, and we were about 10 minutes into the team meeting, and it was probably the best Jared's ever put out there. I think he was just nailing everything. He had everyone engaged, everyone so enthralled with what he was saying and buying in. And about 10 minutes in, the door opens. Angus Liverland walks in.
Oh, mate.
Walks straight past Goings. Goings looks at him. Bang! Hits the whiteboard. Just turns to Nigel Hamilton, the bash coach, and goes, "You deal with him." Turned around, didn't say a word, didn't look at Gus for the rest of the meeting, and probably not for the rest of the game. And to Gus's credit, he was probably best on that game, played an absolute ripper, and he's fortunate he did, because there would have been he would have been in the double barrels coming off the ground if he played a shocker. But yeah, that was probably the most intimidated I've been in the lecture theatre at that moment.
Lucky to be alive, Gus, man. You certainly walks the tightrope, Gus, doesn't he? So I think that wraps it up there. They're the three special guests we had today. So thanks for your time, Kyle. For those who don't know, so 2:15 against East Perth this weekend. The Grey Man's going to be playing his 200, so make sure you come along. Well done, mate, on a fantastic career and good luck this weekend.
Thanks, mate.
Cool. Thank you. Good work. Cheers.